The build-up to Super Bowl LX has naturally centered on pressure, legacy, and the weight of expectation. For Drake Maye, the quarterback leading the New England Patriots into their 12th Super Bowl appearance, those themes are not new. They are familiar territory. Long before NFL stadiums, television cameras, and MVP debates entered his life, Maye was learning how to compete, endure, and lead in a far more personal arena, his own home. When Maye has been asked about his role models, his answer surprises people who expect the usual list of legendary quarterbacks or iconic NFL figures. His heroes growing up were not Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Aaron Rodgers. They were his older brothers. And that detail, more than any arm strength metric or advanced statistic, offers insight into why Maye has risen so quickly and so confidently to the top of the NFL. Growing up as the youngest sibling in a competitive household creates a unique environment. There is no easing into competition. There are no shortcuts. Everything is earned. For Drake Maye, having 3 older brothers meant that every backyard game, every informal workout, and every casual competition came with built-in adversity. He was always smaller, always younger, always chasing the standard that had already been set. That kind of upbringing builds something deeper than talent. It builds resilience. It creates an internal bar that does not move based on circumstance or external praise. When Maye talks about learning how to handle failure, how to push through frustration, and how to keep improving without excuses, he is not reciting lessons from a quarterback coach. He is describing the habits formed through years of competing against siblings who did not take it easy on him. Those lessons translated naturally to sports. Maye learned early that effort mattered as much as ability, and that confidence was something you earned through preparation, not something you declared. By the time he reached higher levels of competition, he was already comfortable being uncomfortable. That comfort with adversity has followed him at every stage of his football journey. It was evident even before he arrived in the NFL. Maye was not universally crowned the top quarterback prospect in his class from the moment he emerged. He worked his way into that conversation through performance, poise, and consistency. At every level, he had to prove himself again and again and again. That process mirrored his childhood experience. He did not expect anything to be handed to him. When the Patriots selected Maye with the 3rd overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the expectations were enormous. New England was searching for its next franchise quarterback, its next identity, and its next era. Being passed over by 2 teams before hearing his name called could have been a source of doubt or bitterness. Instead, it became fuel. That response was not accidental. It was learned behavior. His rookie season reflected that same mindset. Maye entered a team that lacked stability, leadership, and high-end talent. He did not immediately start. He did not receive preferential treatment. He spent the early portion of the season behind veteran Jacoby Brissett, taking limited first-team reps and absorbing the realities of professional football. Many young quarterbacks struggle in that environment. Maye stayed patient. When his opportunity came, the circumstances were far from ideal. The offensive line struggled, surrendering 52 sacks over the course of the season. The supporting cast was inconsistent. Defenses pressured him relentlessly. Still, Maye delivered. He started 12 games, threw for over 2,200 yards, completed 66% of his passes, and showed an advanced understanding of the game for a rookie quarterback under constant duress. What stood out most was not the raw production, but the composure. Maye did not play frantic football. He did not force throws to chase numbers. He protected the ball, made smart decisions, and showed an ability to process pressure without panicking. That calm presence under stress was not developed in an NFL quarterback room. It was forged over years of learning how to compete without excuses. Those rookie year struggles became the foundation for something bigger. The Patriots lost 6 games by 1 score in 2024, a sign that the team was closer than the record suggested. Mike Vrabel recognized that reality when he took over as head coach. He also recognized that Maye was the centerpiece around which everything else should be built. With a more competent roster, improved protection, and a coaching staff aligned with Maye's strengths, the transformation was dramatic. New England went from worst to first, finishing the season 14-3 and earning a trip to Super Bowl LX. Maye's growth mirrored the team's rise. His command of the offense improved. His confidence became more visible. His leadership became undeniable. Throughout that ascent, Maye remained consistent in how he carried himself. He credited teammates. He emphasized preparation. He downplayed individual accolades, even as MVP conversations followed him. That demeanor reflects someone whose sense of self was established long before fame entered the picture. He does not need validation from headlines because his internal compass was set years ago. That internal compass traces back to his brothers. They taught him how to lose without breaking, how to win without becoming complacent, and how to keep pushing when progress feels slow. Those lessons matter in the NFL, where talent alone is never enough. Every quarterback who reaches this level is gifted. What separates the great ones is how they respond when things go wrong. Maye's response to adversity has been consistent at every stage. He studies, he adjusts, he competes. When pressure mounts, his instincts do not betray him, they guide him. That is why teammates trust him. That is why coaches believe in him. And that is why the Patriots are one win away from a 7th Lombardi Trophy. As Super Bowl Sunday approaches, the spotlight grows brighter. The Seattle Seahawks present a formidable challenge. The stage is massive, the stakes are historic. Yet for Maye, this moment is simply the next test. He has been preparing for tests his entire life, often without realizing it at the time. Every rep chasing older brothers, every moment trying to measure up, every lesson learned through competition rather than comfort. All of it led here. When Maye takes the field at Levi Stadium, he will not be thinking about legacy debates or comparisons to past Patriots quarterbacks. He will be focused on execution, on decision-making, and on giving his team the best chance to win. That clarity is part of what makes him dangerous. He is not overwhelmed by the moment because the moment does not define him. There is only one game left in the 2025 season, one final obstacle. For a quarterback shaped by competition, adversity, and relentless standards set long before the NFL, that obstacle feels familiar. Do not be surprised if Drake Maye meets it head-on. It would simply be the latest example of a young man doing what he has always done, rising to the challenge, guided by lessons learned at home, and proving that greatness often begins far from the spotlight. The build-up to Super Bowl LX has naturally centered on pressure, legacy, and the weight of expectation. For Drake Maye, the quarterback leading the New England Patriots into their 12th Super Bowl appearance, those themes are not new. They are familiar territory. Long before NFL stadiums, television cameras, and MVP debates entered his life, Maye was learning how to compete, endure, and lead in a far more personal arena, his own home. When Maye has been asked about his role models, his answer surprises people who expect the usual list of legendary quarterbacks or iconic NFL figures. His heroes growing up were not Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, or Aaron Rodgers. They were his older brothers. And that detail, more than any arm strength metric or advanced statistic, offers insight into why Maye has risen so quickly